Okay, good evening, all of you. My name is Simran Sharma, and I'm very happy that all of you could join. As you know, the topic of today's webinar is the effect of social media on our children. I hope I'm audible to all of you. Right. So, we are going to discuss social media and its effect on our children. Okay, just a minute. Right. Okay. So let's begin. See, so in today's rapidly evolving world, social media has become a very common part of our children's childhood. It has become as common as having a video game and or owning a bicycle. Okay, so can we say that social media is a toy? Okay, no, we can't say that social media is a toy. Social media is a very powerful tool. In fact, it is a digital playground. Okay, so it has good side of it and as well as bad side of it. So in today's webinar, we are going to go through discuss the both the good and bad side of the social media, and that is why we said that from connection to addiction, we are going to start with the connection and also cover the addiction. Okay, and how it is a double-edged sword for our children and what strategies we have to apply to safeguard our children. At the same time, also guide them how to take the maximum benefit of social media, how to learn, how to use social media for their learning and growth. Okay. So, in general, we all know what social media is. So, according to us, it is a platform, online platform, where we can see we can do so many things. So let me just give you a brief introduction to social media. Social media is not just one online platform. Rather, it is many online digital platforms or applications which using these we can create content, we can share, we can exchange, we can learn, we can connect to different people. Okay, so this is what social media is: online platforms for creating, sharing, and exchanging content. It also provides digital space for conversations, making communities, and having lots of connections, connecting to people all across the world. Okay. Now, if you compare social media, it's as we say it is a media, how it is different from a traditional media. What is a traditional media actually? The traditional medias are your newspaper, television, uh, then magazines, even radio, where the information is given from a source, one source to many. Now, in social media, the information is from many to many. So many social medias, many people can at one time give a lot of information and it is received by many people. So, this is how it is different from traditional media. Okay. Here on social media, I can be a content creator as well as a content consumer. I can be both. Whereas in traditional media, the set of people, those who are generating the information, creating it, and there is a public which consumes it. And but social media, it is different. We can be a creator as well as a consumer at the same time. So social media has transformed the whole world, the way we communicate with each other, how the way people communicate and interact globally. It has completely changed. Actually, when we were growing up, we never could imagine what we see today online. So this is what our social media is. So let's understand, let's see the impact of social media on our children. But to begin with, I pose a very interesting uh, question to all of you. Rather, two questions. How many hours a day do you spend on social media? And second is, Do you feel your time there is productive or addictive? Yes. Please share, what do you feel? You can raise your hand. You can write in the chat also. You can unmute yourself and speak also. Let me just see. Okay. So if you ask me how many hours a day do I spend on social media, if you ask me now, yes, I have consciously reduced the time, the duration that I spend on social media. But earlier, I used to be on 4 to 5 hours on social media. I said, okay, fine, I know everything. I don't have to learn anything. Let me just see what's happening. I was not making any good use of social media, but I was spending a lot of time. Do I feel that I was productive there? No. It was more of addiction. I would, and if you ask me at that time, I wouldn't actually agree. I say, no, no, I'm not addictive. I'm scrolling up. I mean, it means nothing to me. But yes, I was little addictive. But then consciously, I made a, effort to move away from this and utilize my time productively. I request all of you, you can at the end of the webinar, sorry, please share your views in the chat itself. Okay, moving on. Let's see. We talked about double-edged sword. Yes, social media is a double-edged sword, or you can say it has two sides to it, good as well as bad. I would use the word bad. I won't say not so good. No, it is bad. It is really bad. So let's see how it help us. Social media help us to connect, learn, but at the same time also brings a lot of challenges. How connect and learn? We are connected at present. You see, all of you are sitting at different places. Maybe we don't know. Actually, we don't know any of us individually, but we all are connected. We are learning from each other. That is the good part of it. But we are also aware the challenges that it poses, especially if you look at it from our students and children's point of view. What challenges are we talking about? Spreading of misinformation, which is rampant on social media. You would agree with me. The misinformation is more as compared to the good information and the correct information. Do you agree? Please show me thumbs up or raise your hand. Okay. So, yes, there's a lot of misinformation. We do see many a times the information shared by unreliable sources, talking about politics, talking about sports, talking about the use of certain products and its effect, and a claim that it works wonderfully. And we have no idea whether the information is right or wrong. Second is fueling addiction. Once you start scrolling social media, you slowly become addictive. Yes, this is another challenge we face, even we grown up also. So just imagine what the youngsters must be facing. Creates it also creates unrealistic social pressures. What kind of pressure? To look good always. Okay, to always look picture perfect, to present always as a happy person. There are a lot of unrealistic social pressure on our children. Understanding the double sides, two sides of this platform is when you start understanding is the first step to utilizing social media meaningfully, keeping yourself and your children away from the harm and addiction, at the same time motivating them to use it to create something, to learn, and to share their creativity with the world. That is the challenge, but once you understand this, that is the first step towards wisely using social media. Now let's begin with the benefits of social media. What are the benefits of social media? Do you remember when the first time you downloaded Facebook? I remember it very vividly. The first time when I downloaded Facebook, I looked for my school friends because my father was in a government job and we used to move basis every 3 to 4 years. So I didn't stay at one station for a very long time, but then I had lovely memories, and I used to miss my friends. The first thing what I did, looked for my two best friends on Facebook, and I was so happy to connect with them. Okay, which otherwise just impossible. Because we used to write letters, but with time, the things changed and we got busy with our lives, and then we stopped writing. But with Facebook, we could build and maintain friendship. Same way it is important for today's children also. When they move away to different stations or different cities or different countries, also, they stay connected. The friendships stay intact. So this is very important. And if you look at it from student and children point of view, for their age, friendship a lot. Okay. Second is feeling a sense of belonging. You must have seen, in your classroom also, some students are very vocal. Some children are very vocal, they express themselves very confidently. But some of them, they sit quietly, they are very shy, they are introvert. So, do you think they don't have anything to say or they don't have anything to share? No, they have a lot to share, lot to talk about, but they cannot shed their shyness. They cannot come out of their introvert nature. So social media, it gives them to connect to like-minded people, like same gaming group or same fan club or art activity club or group. They can easily connect to, and they can express themselves. How? They have a lot to say, as I mentioned, their thoughts they can express freely. They can share their work. If they have painted something, they've written a poetry or written some quotes. Otherwise, also, because they are in social media, they are not sitting face to face with others. They don't feel the fear of being judged. So social media helps them to express themselves. And when you maintain and build, you are allowed to maintain your friendship, you are allowed to express or connect with like minded people. What do? You increase your social circle. What happens when you increase your social circle? When you connect with a person who's not from your culture or from your ethnicity or from your background, you become aware of their background, their culture. So you are learning something about them. You become sensitive to their cultures, their difficulties, their challenges. So you stop judging others. So that helps in building our children's personality also and make them global citizens. Okay, moving on. Now that was a social part. That how social media help our children to evolve and grow socially. Okay, and what about the learning and growth in the digital age? How this digital platforms help our children to learn and grow by giving access to educational content. Now we in COVID we see the magic of social media. Even though we were not attending schools physically, but the learning didn't stop. Similarly, now also there are so many tutorials, documentaries, videos, which gives elaborate description and explanation of difficult concepts, for example, of maths, of physics, which students can easily access to and use it to their for their learning and growth. Suppose a teacher explains once and twice, but the still student think that he need more explanation. Sometimes because of lack of time and availability, we cannot extend our periods. So, and maybe the student is also shy, feels that, oh, I'll be judged, other students will laugh at me, or such a silly concept, such a easy concept, and you are not able to understand. So, what do? They go home and they access these videos and learn these concepts. These videos can be stopped in between, rewind, fast forward according to your liking, according to your requirement. You can use. What educational platforms are we talking about? We are talking about Khan Academy. We are talking about TED Ed. There is Byju's, then Unacademy. There's so many Physics Wala. All these are helping our children to learn and grow. Another uh, help that our children are getting from social media is when they develop digital skills. See, nowadays, having completing schooling as well as having a degree is a basic thing. When you go out in corporate and you work there, beside your degrees, they look for your skills. What kind of digital skills you have. Now we all are expected to know about AI, isn't it? As teachers, also we are learning. So imagine what is expected from our students. So they get to enhance their digital skills like content, how to create a content, how to edit a video, for example, how to do graphic designing and like these coding, which is very in these days and in demand. So all these things our children can learn using social media. Of course, it is a huge platform for inspiration and creativity. Just now, yesterday only, I was watching Kapil Sharma's show, and to my surprise, the guests were very, what you call, renowned and established guests. Four were there. One was Ghazal. She is the owner of Mama Earth products. Another was of Oyo, this platform, and another one was the creator of Paytm, and then Boat. These all are young entrepreneurs. They started it very young. One of them was just 19 years old. So they are huge inspiration for our children. So when our children, they see them becoming successful, of course they have to understand that they really worked hard to reach there where they are right now. These inspirations help them. These create new creations help our children to motivate and create something of their own. Of course, social media help them to stay connected with the world. They know everything, what is being launched, what Trump is saying, which match is being played by the teams, who is the owner of particular company, and which game is being liked by all the youngsters. All that information is there on social media, and children are well connected to this. So it helps our children to stay connected. Now, here's a question for all of you. Have you ever felt left out after seeing friends' posts online? How did it make you feel? Now, sorry. Yeah, please hold on. Yes, please. Please raise your hand to or unmute yourself and share your experience here. Yes. Let me just check. Social is addictive as well as informative. Very nice. Little bit addictive. I am just going through. Yes. So have you ever felt left out after seeing friends post online? Yes, I have. I have a very dear friend who, whenever she's on social media, when I see her on social media, she's always, she looks always so beautiful. And the saris that she wears and the post that she shares is always amazing. So I always wonder, is she, I mean, like, she's always like this? For me, it is quite an effort. I don't know how she's managing. Yes, Sanjib. Yes, yes. You want to say something?
I have a small doubt.
Yes.
Okay.
You please go ahead.
The question says, explain how writer uses language to convey meaning. But to
Okay.
convey meaning of what?
Sorry, which question are
Which
you talking
question are you
about?
talking about?
Question 2D.
So till now you've only been looking at the question. Can you read it for me, please?
Not been just looking at the question. I've been reading
Listen,
the whole thing.
paragraph. Nah, so read na. Reread paragraph 9 and 10. So paragraph 9 begins with so and so, and paragraph 10 begins with so and so. Then the
Yeah,
question is
so
asking you, listen, listen,
multiple
listen,
meanings,
listen.
but the question
Listen,
Excuse
asks
me,
is
I
Seema,
just
think
listen
somebody
now,
has
listen to
joined
me. That's
here.
why I asked you.
Oh, wait a minute, let me just remove them. Okay, fine. Yes, would you like to share something? Yes, as I was mentioning that, yes, I did feel a little left out. Hold on. After seeing my friend's post, yes. So how did it make me feel? I used to feel that I also have to put in little bit more effort and I should be more visible on social media. So I felt little pressure over there, which I shouldn't have been. But yes, at that time I did feel. So now that we have covered the benefits of social media socially, as well as how it helps our children to learn new things in and acquire digital skills, let's have a look at the dark side, the risks and challenges. So we do have a lot of freedom and on social media, but there are some real issues that the social media poses for our children. One very major issue is uh, cyberbullying. It's the word is not new to us. We, as teachers, we are aware. As parents, we are aware. Okay, cyberbullying is different from regular bullying. See, when the child is bullied in the school or in the playground, it is limited to the school or playground. But cyberbullying comes and follows your child to your home, in their room, even when you're present in the house. Th- this is how dangerous this cyberbullying is. Okay, so suppose a student, I mean, like they have a group and there is something very hateful posted on the group, but about any particular child, how the child feels. And the next day he doesn't want to go to school because he's been bullied on the WhatsApp group. So, and it affects them socially, emotionally, as well as psychologically. And this damage is serious. At times, we as parents, we are not aware. We don't come to know that my child is suffering or being bullied. I can share my own experience. My daughter was bullied like this because she was not hanging out with the group, was not going out to malls, and also she was bullied for being very nerdy and all. So I recognized those signs in her, and I talked to her, and I contacted the school. I had a word with the principal, and it was very promptly taken care of. And the students were made aware that this type of behavior will not be tolerated. And for that, my daughter is always very, thankful to me. She says very, at that time I didn't like it. You intervening, or you're interfering in our matter, but now I think it was needed. So cyberbullying is that serious. Second is when our children are exposed to inappropriate content. So this inappropriate content is just a click away. What kind of content are we talking about? Violent content, sexual content, hateful content. So when the children are exposed continuously to these type of inappropriate content, they become insensitive. So when somebody has been beaten in front of them, they don't react. They feel it's all right, and then slowly they also start behaving the same manner. They start troubling others, and we have seen that the teenagers, they are caught in some very heinous crimes, violent crimes, sexual crimes, and bullying also. So this is also a huge risk and challenge for our children. This is another issue where we in India, we are not talking much about it, but this issue is very serious. Online predators. Our children talking to strangers, unknown individuals, and sharing their personal life, their emotions with them. They don't know the person, or the person they're talking to is actually real or not, whether that person is he pretending to be she, or she pretending to be he. What is their age? They say that we are of your age, but there's no way we can verify that. So they can influence your child. They can misguide your child. So we have to be very alert, careful what our children are consuming online. Okay. And yes.
मुझे तो पेंसिल और देर कर दिया तुमने
Hold on. Yes. So these are some of the challenges. Illusion of perfection, impact on self-esteem. How it affects our children's self-esteem. Because they chase unrealistic beauty standards. What kind of beauty standards? See, even we are not remained unaffected by this. How many of us are posting our real pictures without using a filter? Without using a filter. No, we all are using some kind of filter. So unrealistic beauty standards. Our children are exposed to these kind of expectations that they have to always look beautiful and cute and being appreciated by all the time. Okay, so even boys also, you've seen the spikes on their head, like the way they cut their hair in a very different fashion because they want to stand out. They want to be, oh, you look so smart and this haircut suits you and all. So what actually they are and what they are projecting is totally different. That is a lot of pressure on our children. Social comparison. Yes, social comparison. What you are eating, where you are eating, which restaurant you are going to, how many times you hang out with your friends, which game you are playing, where are you going for holidays, what kind of clothes you are wearing. So much of pressure on our children because they compare with other children just based on what they see on social media. They really don't know that the picture that is being posted is been sorted out from like 10 or 15 pictures just to give the impression that I am having a wonderful life. So this is one of the very serious issue that our students or children face. Pressure to be perfect. Always they have to be picture perfect. Not only that, well behaved. Whether they are actually well behaved or not, who knows? And how they are getting affected by this? Looking at the influencers, social media, what they see, those famous people, my god, they're making so much of money, and see the lifestyle that they live. How to do that? Always look perfect, always say that I'm very happy, my life is good, I'm enjoying my life. But when they see their friends doing that and actually it is not happening to them, they feel left out. They feel that their friends, their family, their themselves are not good enough, and they're starting to have negative thoughts about themselves. They say, no, my life is not good, I am not, sorry, I am not living the life that my friends are living, so I'm not successful, there's something amiss in my life. Okay, now let's see the comparison trap, feeling anxiety and depression. Now, here it is getting serious. Up till now, what they were feeling and what they were saying was okay. But now, because they are using social media on such a regular basis and always on social media, reason being fear of missing out. They think that if they leave social media, if they are not on active on social media, they miss out on something which is happening. What are we going to talk tomorrow when our friends are going to discuss about the social media post or the reel which has been viral and everybody is talking about it, I would not be able to participate in that. And that is, then I won't look cool. People will laugh at me and say, "Oh, you don't know. Where were you? You are not watching. You are not active on social media." So fear of missing out, that is forcing our children to be on social media all the time. Increased feeling of loneliness, even they are connected all the time, even they are on social media, they're looking at each other, others, what they're how they're living their life, they're still feeling lonely, because what they see and they consume make them feel more anxious and depressed. They feel that my life is not good enough. So this cycle, a vicious cycle of anxiety and depression, force them to scroll more social media. Okay, I have to see more. I have to see more. They keep on spending more and more time on social media. The more they are on social media, the more anxious and the more depressed they are. So, impact of social skills. At one point of time, they don't know how to interact with others, other human beings in person. They don't know how to talk to other human beings. If they have to go out and say hello or to introduce themselves, they don't say anything. They just go and stand there because they have lost touch with the real human being. They lost touch with the real interaction. It's because what uh, what they have is only social media, where they don't have to speak anything, only type, only text. So they lose social skills. Do you believe digital safety should be taught more at home, at school, or equally in both the places? What do you say? Yes, come on. What is your idea? Do you think it is only the parents' task to guide the children about social media? Yes, Preeti, you want to say something? Please go ahead. I can see Preeti, your name reflecting on the screen. So others also, please do participate, do share your views on this. So what do you say? Is it only teachers' job or is it only parents' job, or we have to do it in collaboration? Yes.
Ma'am, it is. It should be on both the sides.
Yes.
Parents also and at school also.
Okay. I
Because
agree.
because in school, most of the teachers, they know that what happens between the kids.
Correct.
But at home, parents are not that aware that what is happening between the classes.
Fully agree
So
with
it
you.
is mutual. It is
Yes.
not on one side.
Yes. Because parents will get to hear only one version. They get to hear only one side of the story. Okay. Whereas the teachers are well aware and they know how students behave or the children behave in the school. So she has a fair idea. So when both the sides are treated equally and guided equally, they will, and they've been told about the downside of the social media, and uh, then only the children will find the best views of social media. Otherwise, at times it happens. Parents say, "No, my child never did anything wrong," but teachers would disagree. She says, "No, ma'am, I know there have been incidents that the child behave in a different manner." So it is a collaborative effort. So when the parents are aware, they are vigilant at home, and the teachers are also vigilant in school, and they come together, they, that works best for our children. Okay, now let's see the impact of social media on sleep and physical health. We have to address this issue. This issue is very important. We all are aware. See, for our children, for this generation, the sleeping time has changed. For us, we want to sleep by 10:30, at the most by 11 o'clock.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, my dear.
Yes, ma'am. What is sleeping time on, sorry, other student?
Ma'am, sleeping time for children these days, if they sleep by 11:30 or 12:30, you should be thankful.
Okay.
Okay, I know students sleeping at 6 o'clock.
Evening time,
Morning time.
morning time. Okay.
Because they stay nearby. School started, say, at 8 o'clock. So 1 hour sleep and they'll get up. Parents have no idea because they are in a separate room. Okay. Children also sometimes sleep at 3 o'clock. So imagine the child is awake almost all night. What is the child doing? He's on social media. He's on social media all the time. So when the child is scrolling social media, the blue light of the screen is suppressing melatonin, which is a hormone which help us to sleep. So that hormone is suppressed. Now the mind is super active. The child is not able to sleep. And what he does is texting, writing on social media. And what are they writing? They are not creating anything. They are just chit chatting and then end up having disagreements, maybe fights, which will be followed to the school. Okay. Sedentary behavior, because they're sitting and texting, they can't move around, they are not playing, they are not going out, there's no physical activity, there's no sports taking place, so no learning of sport. Sedentary life means they sit and they text, and while doing they eat. So unhealthy eating, sedentary life, no physical activity, huge harmful impact on their physical being. Okay, look at the posture of the student. He's not even sitting upright. So neck will pain, eyes will strain. After some time, thumb will also pain. Wrist will also pain. Okay. So physical health issues, as I said, increased risk of eye strain, poor posture, neck pain. Many parents, they are taking their children to doctors. Why? Because this now the child is complaining about the neck because of a certain posture, and while typing they need to focus, the neck starts to pain at such a young age. And because of all these, sleep depression, disruption, sedentary behavior, all the time on social media, consuming all your child's time, will lead to decline in school performance. Okay. Now let's move on to addiction. How this social media, staying endlessly on this platform, will hook your child to addiction. Okay. Psychological triggers. How they become addictive. They post something, suppose they post their picture. Okay, they won the match, or bought a new pair of shoes, which is very expensive. So they click the picture, posted on social media, and then they sit and wait for what? Likes, comments. Every now and then they'll open the phone and they check how many likes I got, how many comments I've got. So see, the social media has been planned and made to make you addictive, so that you go on social media again and again. Okay. Second is dopamine feedback loop. When you see likes, when you see positive comments, that gives you a lot of happiness. So your dopamine increases, and that makes you use social media more, encourages more use of social media. Okay. Symptoms of addiction: inability to reduce and stop the use. Okay. How do you know that your child is addicted? Because now it's just impossible for them also to stop using social media. They say yes, they will agree also. They'll say, yes, I know, Mama, I am addicted, but I just cannot stop myself. I am not able to put my phone on the table. I just can't. Okay. And they started prioritizing their digital life over real life. They are happy being living a digital life than a real life. You want them to come and sit with you and chat with you, they don't want to. In fact, they will text you. They will text you that, Mama, I want that. Can I have a cup of tea? Or can you order pizza for me today? They'll not come and tell you. So this means, this gives an indication that your child is now addicted to social media. Just look at this picture. Watching short videos like reels damages focus and memory 5 times more than alcohol. wants neuroscience studies. Okay, so due to excess dopamine, your brain starts craving only quick entertainment, making deep work, long talks, or study feel boring and unbearable. They cannot hold a discussion with you. You want them to focus on something, you want them to sit and talk to you, they just cannot. They don't have that power, or they don't have that concentration. They find it very boring. See, at night they are so active, in the school they are sleeping. Okay. How to recognize the warning signs of problematic youths? They will change their behavior. You will see this very distinctively. Okay. They'll start hiding, what they're watching. They will be very secret about their online activities. If your child is a teenager, even though they are told that they cannot have a social media account, but believe me, most of them already have social media accounts. Okay, but they won't allow you the access to your social media or their social media. If I want to follow my daughter on Instagram, she'll say, no, I don't want you to see what I'm doing there. Even though she says that I'm like, I do book reviewing and all that, but you will be critical about me, so I'm not sharing. So most of the time, the parents are, not allowed to see what the children are doing on the social media. Emotional and psychological shifts. You will find mood swings. They sometimes very happy and sometimes very sad. And it has nothing to do with the home environment. It's not that you said something. It is something that they watched on social media, or they were part of some chat on social media that made their mood change, maybe happy to angry, irritable. Sometimes they become very angry without any reason. So you should know that this is a sign that your child is becoming or already addictive to social media. They start neglecting responsibilities. They don't want to do their homework. They don't want to study. It will start reflecting in their low grades. The grades will go down in school. The teacher will start complaining. The child is not focused. Uh, Most of the time lost in the class. So you should connect it to social media. Physical symptoms, trouble sleeping, eye strain, general fatigue. All the time they feel tired. Ma'am, please don't start this topic. Ma'am, we'll do it tomorrow. But the moment you say, okay, fine, 5 minutes, they'll talk nothing but social media. You saw that reel, you know what I posted, you were not there, only talking about social media. Social withdrawal, pulling away from real friends and family, but happily interacting with friends online. Now, how to counter it? We know the problem. We know we've seen the good side and the bad side. Okay. But how to counter and what strategies to follow to help our children, uh, overcome this addiction? Excuse me, I think somebody is writing on the screen. Please, can you erase this? I can see a long line over here. May I know who's this? How do we do that? By establishing clear boundaries. You have to make them sit down and talk to them one on one. Okay. Talk to them as a friend, not as a parent. Don't show authority. When you're dealing with teenagers, young children, authority won't work. They may agree, but then they will do it behind your back. So sit and establish clear boundaries. Tell them the pros and cons of social media. Tell them that you're worried about them. Tell them that you are really you care for their physical being, physical health, mental health. Create tech-free zones in the house only. Create areas where social media or phones are not allowed, especially on dinner table or while you are eating or when you have guests at home, somebody visiting you, grandparents, your friends, their friends. Please motivate them to leave the phone out, or keep a basket or something, or a box there where all of them can leave their phones, and then encourage them to interact with each other without using phones. Of encourage them for offline activities. Motivate them to go out and play a game. Pick up a sport. Okay. Play football, racket games if you want to be indoor. Go for swimming. Motivate them. And at times accompany them also. Okay. Have some board games, indoor games. You can play Monopoly. You can play so many other things. This will motivate them. When you sit as a family, they will become a part of it, and slowly, maybe initially reluctantly, but then they will start actively participating in these activities. So, what is the role of parents and educators? Be a role model. Practice what you preach. If you are not uh, showing by doing, then they are not going to follow your instructions. Because if they see you on social media all the time and you are not paying attention to their conversation, they are not going to follow you. They are not going to listen to your advice, because they feel that you just talk and you don't mean what you say. Okay. So open and honest communication. Discuss online experiences with your child. Your online experience as well. Listen to their online experiences without being judgmental. They will make mistakes. They will, make some errors. Don't judge them. Politely guide them. Digital citizenship education, like teach them about online safety, privacy setting, and tell them about the consequences of digital footprint. See, once you post something digitally, it's there on social media. Even if you delete it, it is not deleted. Believe me, it is always there. It can be retrieved. And once you grow up, you may change your opinion. What you posted at that time and now what you feel may be different. But you can be quoted using that information when you grow up, when you go for work. And many big companies, they do check your social media uh, feeds. They check what have you posted during your teenage years and recently. What is that you like, you dislike, what is your political alignment, and all those things. So you will be watched very closely. Tell them about it. Also encourage them to critically evaluate all the information that is been that put out by other people on social media. Just don't see and believe. Just don't follow them blind. Critically evaluate. Use your critical thinking. And of course, make a family group where you should have certain plans, like sit together to watch a movie, play a game. Just otherwise sit and discuss what happened. Make a habit that at least for half an hour you all will sit together and share your that day's activities, and anything interesting that you want to share, that I met certain people, I read a book, I'm planning like this. All that, please involve your children. Don't just think that they won't understand. They will understand. They are very smart. Okay. Now, when boundaries spark backlash, I have seen many parents complaining that, ma'am, it's very difficult to take their phone away. They don't give their phone. They become violent. They become rude. They become angry. What they do is they say on your face that I hate you, or they slam the door. They start throwing things. Okay. So it's a big challenge setting boundaries with children. So believe me, they don't hate you. When they say they don't hate you, is not they hate you actually, because they become anxious. They feel left out. They feel totally disconnected from the world, because it's the social media world that they are aware of. So they feel that, oh, I will be left out. I don't know what's happening. My friends are doing and all. So fear of losing, fear of being away or not being connected to friends, that is the reason they start behaving violently. Okay. Why it happens? It's a reaction to lose control and connection. In this case, stay calm. As parents, stay united. Okay. Tell them that the way you are talking to me, I feel disrespected, rather than saying that you are. Make it about yourself. There is a connect between a child and a parent. When you say, I am being disrespected by you, it pinches them, rather than saying that you've been rude. Okay, so stay calm and connect with them on a personal level. Stay firm, stay focused. Okay. Strategy to de-escalate, escalation, and reconnection. How to do that? Address the behavior, not the child. Behavior wise, when the child is violent or rude, don't focus on the child, focus on the behavior. As I just told you, tell him that I don't want to talk to you right now. Reason being, you are unreasonable, you are angry right now, and I don't like the tone in which you're talking to me, and I feel disrespected. So always, and find a neutral ground for discussion. Never engage with the child when the child is showing, or the student is showing a tantrum. Stay calm. Your body language should be very calm. Okay. Non threatening, non judgmental. Give full freedom to the child to express. Even if they are angry, let them speak. Listen to them calmly. And then tell them, okay, I think you are very worked up right now. I think you are angry. I understand that. Just calm down, drink some water, sit down. I'll be with you in 5 minutes. And give them time to settle down, and then talk to them. Reinforce the why. Tell them why you are worried, why you are telling them to not to be addicted to social media, because you're worried about child or your son or daughter's physical being. You're worried about their mental health. You're worried about their performance, school performance. Tell them that. I don't want you to be out, away from social media. I don't want you to totally disconnect. I want you to use it wisely, judiciously, not always. Give them the freedom, give them the assurance that yes, you will be allowed on social media, but at the same time, I am worried about you. Talk about why. Building a bridge to long term solutions. Involve your child in the process of setting. Fine. Give the freedom to your child and say, okay, fine. These are my concerns. Can you help me out? Formulate a strategy in which you will get the freedom to use social media as well as perform uh, good in your academics also. They will themselves come up with wonderful ideas that mama I will, or ma'am I will prepare my project or complete my homework or self study at this time, and this much time please give me 1 hour in the evening to connect with my friends. Initially they will say they will fight for more time, but gradually they'll come around. Offer alternative and more compromises, like it's a stick and carrot strategy. So you offer something which is equally motivating, taking them out to their favorite ice cream joint or bowling, gaming place, PlayStation. These are the other alternatives that you can offer to your child, and they will, be very happy to go there. Seek outside support. Okay, suppose you've been doing everything, but still you find that your child is not leaving or is still addicted to social media and is hampering his physical health, mental health, and social skills are affected, personal relationships are affected. Please seek outside support. go to a certified person who knows how to handle children better. Because as parents, we are so emotionally connected, we feel hurt also, and we feel how, I mean, how my child is talking to me like this. And sometimes we lose perspective also. At that time, please take help, from uh, a psychologist or a doctor. Fostering connection, preventing addiction. Yes, you have to make connections to prevent addictions. So remember, social media is a tool, not an evil. It has both benefits and risks. The goal is to help children become mindful, responsible, and digitally active. And the focus should be on balance. Use social media for connection, not for addiction. Continue the conversation and commitment to guiding our children, and use digital world in a best possible way. Yes. So before I pose one or two questions to you, would any of you would like to share something with us? I think we have 57 participants here right now. Okay. So the question here, which I want you to ponder on, is what is one risk you want to protect yourself or your children from with regard to social media? If you're not answering here, if you want to write in the chat, that also is fine.
Ma'am, addiction of social media.
Yes, that is, of course, there. That means that you want them to limit their time on social media. Is that what you?
There should be age limit for using particular sites and all, so
Yes.
that they should know that this is not for us.
So you want to regulate
Yes,
what they are consuming,
yes, ma'am. Yes,
and it has to be age appropriate,
yes,
right?
yes, ma'am. Yes,
Correct. Correct.
because many
Very-
countries are adopting that method now. Like China has given only 2 hours access to children
Yes,
for the
and
social media now.
exactly, because now the governments are also waking up, and then they see the decline in our children's cognitive abilities, their decline in their social skills. So it is going to affect the society at large. Okay, so the governments are also worried. So we have a very recent example where the Australian government, they brought a law to safeguard the young children. So, but at till particular age, children are not allowed in social media, and if they are found, then the fine is very hefty. So, do you think our government also should follow something like that?
Anything brought about by force, ma'am, will not work.
Yes, it won't work. But
Something
But
on
ma'am,
the
uh, only because we cannot regulate at home, so government should make some policy or some rule
ma'am, we
regarding
were
this.
able to stop any drunkard from drinking more than 2 cups of wine or whatever. So if it is an addiction, it has to be some kind of a systematic withdrawal from the addiction. And that can be done by closely monitoring the children, not by forcing or by a law that 2 hours. Which 2 hours? For what can they use it? So
yes,
teaching judiciously how to use it is the challenge of the day.
Absolutely. So we have two thoughts here. One is that yes, government has to intervene and say that come up with a law. But as Rekha ma'am said, anything brought forcefully without discussion, and especially when it is connected to adolescents, it won't work. Because they don't see the repercussions of breaking the law. Okay, it will fall on parents only, but then the responsibility falls on us as parents and as educators, and this responsibility is very big. As educators, as parents, I would say first, because in schools we do not have phones, we don't permit them. Okay, but at home they are always with phone, always have access to social media. So parents, as I am also a parent, it's my duty to monitor my children, not only just by telling that please don't use it, stop using it, sit with them and at times, playfully and in, very very normal and cordial environment, talk to them and see, okay, what's happening there, and what's new in your life. And it won't happen one day, you have to be, with them on a regular basis. So yes, it's a serious thing, for us also, for a society also. I understand Jagrati ma'am's concern also, that when at times it is very difficult for parents also and educators also to guide our children. So yes, we can hope that the government will come up with something. But then we, as ma'am said, we have so many other laws also, but then people end up breaking them. Right. Okay.
And children also have peer pressure, no? Because if they are not on social media, their classmates and friends, they will make fun of them. Oh, you are not on Instagram, you are not on
Yes.
Facebook. That
Yes.
is also the thing.
Yeah.
So,
They for them peer pressure is more important than you and me.
yes, yes,
Yes, I
yes,
agree with you. I definitely agree with you. But then we have to work in such a manner that it is effective. It should not lead to more problems. So we have to start the rule, make a rule at home, and try to make them follow this. And see, when we give our young children, even the small babies, when they're 2 years old or 1 year old, and then they sit and watch um, some reels, and then you're feeding them. That is when we are start to do something wrong. That is
yes, ma'am. Sometimes parents are also culprit, na, because we
yes,
also want them to be quiet and we give mobile. Okay, go and sit there. Don't
yes,
disturb
yes,
me. If
yes,
I want to do some school work, I'll give mobile to child. Give
yes,
you do your homework from this.
yes.
So
So
this,
rather than earlier, we used to engage them in some activities, some
yes,
coloring book, practice,
Ma'am,
improve your handwriting and things like that. But
excuse me.
nowadays, easy is just make, and we are also sitting with the phone, na?
yes, yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, one thing more.
Yes, ma'am.
Parents can enforce certain things on their children, but in school, teachers are not supposed to say anything forcefully to the children. So, and they won't listen. They won't. They don't know their welfare.
Yes. See,
So, certain things have to be imposed from the parent side also.
yeah, see, the rule has to be, imposed or implemented at home first, because that is the place where they have full access to phone and social media.
Ma'am, because children nowadays, they know that teachers are
And do not.
not supposed to say anything to them.
Yes, I know. That's why I said
Any
that they are
negative
very smart.
comment.
They are very smart, but when you engage them with reasoning, with your, of course, at time we have to play our mother's card, like love and how much I care about you, and we do care about them. I mean, like we are worried what they are doing on social media, and because we know how easily it is, for somebody to be, be an imposter and pretend that I'm your friend and end up stealing your identity. It's happening all in the Western
Ma'am,
country.
in such a busy life, that is very long procedure. That is, you
Yeah.
are telling.
No, no, but we have to sit with them, talk to them, and be regular with them. Just don't one day you are talking to them and next 10 days there's no talking about it or no sharing about what they are consuming on social media. It won't work on a regular basis. When you are just in the kitchen, if you're standing together or you're just going to their room, just initiate a small talk, and eventually they will definitely reveal to you that, okay, I watched this. And even if you see and if you hear something alarming, don't show on your face. Just
Panic,
calmly just
panic.
listen to them and give
And
yourself
once
time
they know,
also, and then go and talk to them.
ma'am, once they know that whenever we are together or whenever I am with mother, our topic will be the same, so they won't come close to you.
Okay. So social
Ma'am,
media, yes,
their hand holds the hand, then their hand will not hold the mobile.
yes,
If their hand holds your hand, their hand will not hold the mobile. So as far as possible, the only solution is being there for them.
being there for them. Yes,
Yes, ma'am. This is
It's
the
being
key
there.
line. Key line.
yes,
And
absolutely.
this
So,
when you start doing it
social
as a parent,
media
as a
can,
teacher,
yeah, it can build
not all.
bridges or walls
We
in
never held on not because it wasn't there, but because our parents were always there.
yes. Our parents were
Our
not this
parents were
busy.
there.
We are very busy. We are working.
For us, they were not busy. For
Yeah.
us, they were never busy. If it was anything, they were willing to let go of that to be with us. Now
Yes.
we only need to ask ourselves as parents and teachers, how much time do we have for them?
Yes.
We have
Absolutely.
increased talkativeness in class only because there is nobody to listen to them at home.
Correct. Correct.
And that is why now they're willing to confide in strangers and not to parents.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. So connect is important. Spending time is important. So social media can build bridges or walls in a child's mind. The digital world should guide our kids, not consume them. So I've come across this beautiful video of Deepika Padukone. Let's hear. While there are amazing upsides to social media today, and it's literally brought the world closer, it's also isolating us because we're not engaging with people around us. I think there are moments where you don't feel great about yourself because you're seeing somebody else put up a version of their life. Absolutely. It's not their whole life, but when that's the only thing you're projecting, you sort of start wondering, like, is this happening only to somebody else? And why is my life not as amazing? Are you mindful of how long you're mindful? Yeah, I'm mindful. You're not addicted to Instagram, not just sort of consuming. Yeah, because it's so easy. I'm very aware of my thoughts and my feelings. And so when I do feel like I'm going down that road, I will quietly put my phone away and walk away from it, try and do something productive, clean in my house. See, I'm so happy that such famous personalities are also talking about it because they are very big influencers. Okay, our children, they look up to them. They because they follow their life. They are big stars. So when they are talking about these issues, this means that they are also concerned they about themselves, of course, that they should not be consuming so much of social media. So we can show these kind of videos to our children that, okay, it's not easy, but everybody is facing this issue. But then when you are mindful, you can steer away from these problems. Okay, I have just summarized this whole webinar into a small video. I'm just playing it for us. There is. Hey everyone. Today I want to talk about something that's everywhere in our lives: social media. Whether you're scrolling through memes, posting selfies, checking out what your friends are up to, it's hard to escape. Let's be real. There are some awesome things about social media. It helps us stay connected no matter where we are. You can learn new things with just a few taps, like cooking, coding, solving a Rubik's Cube. And for students, sharing ideas, collaborating on projects is easier than ever. But there's another side to it. Spending hours online can really mess with your mood. If you're constantly comparing yourself to perfect photos, it's easy to feel like you're not good enough. Plus, there's cyberbullying. Sometimes you might see stuff that's just not true or even harmful. So what can we do? First, be mindful of your screen time. Give yourself a break and do something offline. Read, go outside, or just hang out with friends face to face. Second, remember, not everything you see online is real. Most people only share their highlights, not their struggles. And if you ever feel overwhelmed or hurt by something online, talk to someone you trust. Teachers can help you figure things out. Friends can help you figure things out. Family members can help you figure things out.
Social media isn't all good or all bad. It's about how you use it. So let's use it to lift each other up, learn, and have some fun. Thanks for watching, and remember to take care of yourselves, both online and off.
Okay. So with this, we have come to an end of our webinar, and I hope I was able to cover all the aspects of social media and its impact on our children. Please do leave your feedback in the chat also. And if you want to share something more here, please be my guest. We are still here. You can share your views with us. Otherwise, let's conclude this.
Ma'am, recently I saw an image where an owl was sitting beside a girl who was watching late night videos on reels on this thing mobile. So the owl said, "You must go and sit on the tree. Let me sleep."
No, but it's interesting. It's I mean, like now we have so many interesting reels also to motivate our children, because there's hardly any difference. If the children are up all night, up all night. I'm not kidding. I'm not just saying like that. I know. I last year when I was taking grade 10. Students, they used to come and tell me, ma'am, I slept at 6 o'clock. Then I had to inform their parents. They said, ma'am, they have their own room. It's very difficult to monitor. Now they are adolescents. We just cannot barge into their room, and then they feel offended about it. And even sometimes parents also they share that they feel helpless about these things. So these issues are real, but if we are careful about it,
For studies, they cannot devote even extra time.
Yes. Yes, it's only chit chatting with friends that they are up for. Okay, thank you so very much for being here, being with me, and listening to the webinar. Please do share your feedback, and we'll connect again once again very shortly. Thank you, and good evening to all of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.